Good afternoon, grade 5s, and welcome. Now that we are done with all our weather elements, it's time to apply what we have learned. In my last lesson, we're speaking about the different types of symbols that we use on a weather map. So today we're going to look at the weather map and see if we can interpret the different symbols that are used on the map. Weather maps tell us what the weather conditions will be like. I want you to note that will, which is in red. I've used the future tense. Yes, now remember we said our subjects intertwine. So there's English in geography, there's geography in science, and so on. So now we are bringing in our future tense from English. And we are saying that weather maps tell us what the weather condition will be like. I've used the future tense here to show that we are predicting, we are guessing, because we don't know what it's going to be like. Okay, so we are guessing what the weather will be like in future. This is where the term weather forecast comes from, because the word forecast means to predict or to estimate. All right, so in weather forecasts, different symbols are used to help summarize the weather report. Here are some of the symbols we are going to use. And I've used all these symbols in my past lessons, whether we were dealing with cloud cover, or we're dealing with rainfall, or we're dealing with temperature. So now I'm putting everything together so that at least we are able to come up with a weather report. All right. So we spoke about this symbol here and we said it was clear skies. Clear skies means there's no cloud in the sky. Partly cloudy, we said half or less than half of the cloud of the sky is covered in cloud. Thunderstorms, we said this is the type of rain that we get, okay, where you have lightning and rainfall, and normally these are heavy rains. And then we have our rain, and we said that was the symbol. Snow, we said that it's got some snowflakes or little stars that fall out of the cloud. That's the symbol for snow. And then for our hail, we said it's a cloud with solid circles. Then overcast, we cannot see the sun at all. It's completely obscured. It's just clouds, which means the sky is completely covered. And then this was our wind direction. Remember we said we name our wind from the direction it is coming from, where it originates. You name your winds from where it is coming from. And I did say that the easiest way to remember is to put your compass points by the tip here, and then this way is your southwesterly wind, and we are naming it from where it is coming from, not where it is going. And then we have the temperature one. We spoke about temperature and we said that we use a thermometer to measure temperature, but I did not show you the symbol. This is the symbol that you will find on weather maps. It has always got two numbers, okay? A small number and a big number. The small number is your minimum temperature for that particular day, and the big number is the maximum temperature for that particular day. So you have those two numbers, so which means that on this particular day, our lowest temperature was 10 degrees Celsius, and our maximum temperature was 28 degrees Celsius. Normally, your lowest temperature is closer to, in the morning, there around 4 o'clock. That's where you record your lowest temperature, and your highest temperature is normally around 2 o'clock. So when we present our weather maps, when it comes to temperature, we always have those two figures, 10/28 or 4/15, and so on, depending on what the maximum temperature was and what the minimum temperature was. So these are some of the weather symbols that you find in weather maps. Now that you know what all these stand for, we're going to do a short activity from our textbook. Okay, we are all going to go to page 51 and you are going to find a map which is labeled Map A. Okay, look at the weather map on page 51, and it's entitled Map A in your Platinum textbook. I want you to look at that map carefully. It doesn't have any explanation, it has only got symbols. I want you to write a paragraph explaining what weather conditions are expected in Johannesburg and in Port Elizabeth. Those two towns only. I want you to tell me or explain briefly using the symbols that are on page 51. Explain briefly what the weather conditions for Johannesburg and the weather conditions for Port Elizabeth are going to be. So in a little paragraph, you tell me about the temperature, tell me about the rainfall, cloud cover, wind direction, maximum temperature, minimum temperature. We've covered all that. It shouldn't be a problem at all. I hope you enjoy the exercise. See you next time. Bye-bye.